Hey, Jack Squad, how everybody doing? This is me again on this lovely Tuesday morning. Wait a minute. Okay, on this lovely Tuesday morning, I'm gonna tell y'all some funny shit about this man who was doing my son's car yesterday. So before I get started, don't forget to make it happen for yourself, and you are the designer of your destiny, right? Drop down in the description box. Make sure you like, make sure you share, make sure you subscribe, make sure you hit the bell. If you're new to my channel, I know I may look a little crazy at times, but it's all good, all right? Subscribe. What else? All of my social medias are down in the description box, as well as, my Cash App and my email, right? Feel free to email me. Feel free to Cash App me because assist needed. I need it now, y'all. I need it. I ain't working in a whole bunch of shit going on in my life right now. All right. Anyway, y'all, let me tell you about this crackheaded motherfucker whose house we went to now. My son was getting the car fixed, right? And we go over to, I don't know what I should call him, Crackhead Charlie. I don't know what I should call him. So we go over there. You know, he would have never worked on my car no way, but my son said he'd been dealing with it for a few years, right? But the problem is when people use drugs, you never know when you never know what's a good day and what's a bad day, right? Now, I'm going to tell y'all the problem. I'm going to set it all the way up. It was his birthday on the 1st. Bad day for a crackhead. That's not a good day to get a crackhead to do shit for you. First of all, he was like a throwback crackhead. He was like a 90s crackhead. He was real. I could tell that he was intelligent by the way he spoke. But their daughter was 5 years old in the pamper. So right there, somebody ain't got good sense in that house. They had a woman, a wife, whatever she was, I don't know. But like I said, they had a daughter that was still walking around without her clothes on and a pamper like she was 18 months, okay? Now, my twins is 2. They can't go outside like they in the house with the pamper in it, just with the pamper on. But they in the house. They can't go outside like that, and they only 2. This girl looked like she was getting ready to get her book bag and her wraps and go to school, okay? So it had been there since Saturday. I got here Sunday. So it had been there since Saturday. We rode through there Sunday. So what he did was, he was supposed to do the brakes, the rotors, and the axle. He took the tires off, he took the brakes off, and then he left it. That's all the fuck he did was take it apart. He didn't do shit. He didn't do shit. So son kept calling him Sunday, and he was like, I'm out, I'm getting it done right now, I'm getting it done. When we ride by there, he wouldn't even be outside. So he hadn't did shit. He took the shit apart that first day. See, axles are hard. Now, let me tell y'all, dude did not have any power tools. How you work on a truck or anything and you ain't got no power tools, right? And Joe's like, well, he's strong, he do this, he do that. You need power tools. Certain shit you need power. You can't be using your fingers and your fingernail, okay? So he didn't have no power tools. And then when you're going to do something like an axle, I just think you need to be up high so you can look up under there and do it properly. He was on the ground. And backyard mechanics can do a lot of shit. They can. But listen, y'all. Every time we went by there, he wasn't doing shit. He wasn't even outside. One time we went, he looked like he just got to bed. It was 4 o'clock in the evening. Talking about he getting ready to get started now. That was Sunday. After they picked me up, we went there first before they brought me home. He was asleep, rubbing his eyes and shit. Now it was his birthday. Now I don't, like I said before, I don't know why a motherfucker 72 and a half need to celebrate his birthday so vigorously when there's money on the line. I don't know. It ain't like you ain't had them. You didn't have birthdays before, right? When I be talking to guys, they be like, it's my birthday, I ain't doing nothing. Nigga, you 66. What does it matter? So anyway, he hadn't did shit, right? So we go back yesterday. That was Monday. He said, okay, he gonna get started. We rolled past. He wasn't even out there. Wasn't out there again. So he said, I'm getting ready to do it right now. He go into great details about what he getting ready to do, right? That's bullshit from the start. So he go into great details about what he getting ready to do. So we went and handled some business. He came and he said, okay, give me 30 minutes. That's all I need, 30 minutes. Like, that's it. All right, now mind you, the axle is hard to get off because the bolts is old. He really couldn't do the job anyway. It needed to go somewhere where they had some power tools and some strength. So we come back. Now we come back about 2 o'clock. He still ain't did shit. Now this is my thing. If you could do the rakes and the rotor, just do that. If you can't do the axle, fucking say you can't do the axle. Don't keep fucking around. He hadn't even had the brakes and rotors on, right? That's some simple shit. I can get that done on my lunch break. We sat there for hours. Now, my son had noticed the day before, that Sunday, he didn't see the old axle. He bought all new parts in the box, new. He noticed he didn't see the old axle. For him to say that the new one was on, but you don't see the old one. So now, my son just happened to reach up under there, right? And it was greasy. He said, this ain't new. He said, no, I oiled it. He said, okay, maybe. He said, well, where's the old one? Now, here come the crackhead shit. Here go the cluckery, right? He say, scrap man got it. My son said, man, this ain't new. Get down here and look. This ain't no new one. Can't be. This ain't the new one. He got the other new one in his hand, right? He said, this ain't the new one. This ain't the new one. He said, no, yes, it is. He said, I paid my cousin. Now, here go the lie. I paid my cousin to do it. I gave my cousin $200 to do it. Maybe he didn't do it. Maybe he didn't do it. I said, God damn, you just gonna lie. Now, my son is a big guy. Y'all see him. He mad. He about to really knock his head off. I don't want to see him knock his head off, so I go get in the car because I don't want the police come. I didn't see shit. I don't know. I had the music up, windows tinted. I don't know what's going on. So I go back and sit in the car because I don't want to see the shit, right? Because I know he about to get his whole head tore off, right? So I sit in there for a little while, check back, and ain't nothing happened. I'm in the front of now we in the car in the front of the house. So after my son got to talking all crazy to him and shit, he said the neighbors went in. I noticed the neighbors went in the house, but I didn't know that was why because I couldn't hear. So somebody pulled up, old raggedy nigga, old raggedy clunky truck pulled up, right? I guess that was his bag up because I heard my son say, that's why I stopped paying attention. I heard him say, I don't care who you call. I don't care who you call, your brother, your son, your cousin, your nephew, you call them all. I'm going to beat all their ass, right? I heard that, so I stopped listening because I don't want to see it, right? So I was on my phone playing games, looking at shit, right? So then I look over there, check back again. They digging around, doing shit. So I get out the car. So my son said, get the goddamn, find the axle. Find the axle. Get the damn axle, right? So do you know that Crackhead Charlie said, oh, it's back there. After you told all them lies. You said, oh, it's back there. My son said, back where? He said, back there. Now, he talking about behind his house, right? My son said, go get it. Now, he told my son to go get it. He said, no, you go get it. Child, he came from back there in the backyard behind the house with the axle still wrapped up in the paper. Nigga. You know, some real clucky shit, right? So, we got the axle. My son said, I'm disappointed. Now, he had been dealing with this dude, I think when he was in college or whatever. He had been dealing with him. So he said, I'm disappointed. And you said, I should beat your ass right now, right? And he wanted him to do the work. Dude could never get the bolts off of the axle. So he was going to just tell my son, and my son was going to pay you these hundreds of dollars for you putting the axle on. You don't have the axle on, and you was going to take the part back and get the money for it. So you was going to let him kill himself on the highway with the bad axle. When I tell y'all we was out there for hours, we had to sit there because if you leave, he ain't going to do, when you leave, I don't want nobody to do shit for me. I got to sit there and watch him. My daughter's father was like that. When he do some shit on your car, you got to watch him because he going to leave out a screw. He gonna do this. He going to do that. That's why good mechanics hard to find. I told y'all I had mine 15 years. This nigga was so clucky. His shoe had separated from the sole, from the shoe. I forgot to tell you that part, Brett. Didn't it, big boy? Shoe had all the way separated. Shoe gave out. Shoe gave out, y'all. And he had nerve to show us. We don't give a damn. Get the car fixed. You're doing too much talking, bro. Get over there and get to working, right? He kept talking and trying to explain himself. My son was like, I ought to beat your ass. I ought to beat your ass. So now, we sat there for hours while he was trying to do whatever the fuck it was he was doing. So then my son was like, just wrap this shit up. He's going to take it somewhere else, right? Which he should have did in the first place, fucking around with Crackhead Charlie. So, but he swore by his work. But like I said, people Oh, I didn't tell y'all this part. So my son was looking at the car, putting the parts back in the car, the old parts, and the seat was lifted up. Now, you know the seats, you have to unclip them, and then you have to clip them back, right? So he said, man, why my seats up in the air like that? He was like, nah. I had just dropped some paper. And so if you drop paper, it go on the floor. It ain't up under the seat, right? So my son was trying to clamp them down. He couldn't. He's like, man, keep down my seats. So I was like, oh, man, this nigga, he about to get it, right? He clamped them down. He said, well, why would you do that? Why would you do that, man? He was like, no, I had dropped the paper. He was like, no, you ain't dropped the paper. Why would you do that? So I tried to explain to him. I said, listen, when the nigga got high, his crack-headed mind told him it was some dope under them seats. He said, well, why would he do that? I don't sell dope. I said, it didn't matter. Grandpa could have pulled up. He was still going to look down up under them seats because that's what crackheads do. I said, his mind told him, there's some dope down there. Go check. That's what his mind told him, right? So, the seats, now we got a problem. Like, this nigga, we trying to save. My grandson kept saying, man, I can't keep sparing you. I can't keep saving you now. We literally sat out there 5 hours because we couldn't leave. 5 hours in Crackhead Charlie yard and in the car watching him do nothing. Okay? Y'all see the nigga hanging out the window. What the fuck you doing in there, nigga? You supposed to be, we thought you died on the ground somewhere. Child, I'm telling you, yesterday and the day before was horrible days for me and my son. Horrible days. I think we got it back on track today. I don't know. We'll see. You know what I'm saying? Now, he busy trying to get the car fixed, and I'm busy trying to do what I'm doing, right? So we'll see. I'm going to tell y'all the whole situation when it get resolved. I ain't going to talk about it now because it ain't resolved, right? The moral of the story is don't fuck around. Don't let Crackhead Charlie work on shit, okay? Especially not on his birthday on the 1st of the month when he got his little money and it's his birthday. That nigga probably been drinking, smoking, snorting, shooting, doing everything he could do, right? And he was a young man. My son said he was 45. He looked like he was 75 years old, y'all. He had bad skin, too. So I don't know what that's meth. I don't know what that shit is. We out here in meth country. So it might be meth, right? I don't know what the fuck it is. But when I tell y'all that was such a horrible event, and he had told all them lies, and my son kept saying, I'll to fuck you up right now. You know, but he wanted it done. So when we pull off, let me tell y'all this part. So I'm like, my son like, hey, I'm not paying that nigga shit, right? I'm just going to pull off. I said, well, I'm going to pull off before you pull off, right? So he got in the car. He said, let me just test it and see. Now, mind you, the accident is loud, it's fucked up, it's dangerous. So he pulled off, and my son pulled off the opposite way. I'm going that way. So I call him. He say, you know, I see dude pull out, and he pull out, right, to let him out. Because he had, you know, after the buddy, so he had somebody there because I guess he was frightened. The nigga didn't never really roll his windows down, but I could peek in there a little bit. He looked like he just as drunk and crackheaded as him. I'm like, shit, me and my grandson to take you. So he left after a while. He left. I guess he saw everything. The spot wasn't that hot. He left. Neighbors kept looking out the window, my grandson said, because my son was out there talking loud and crazy. So and my son pulled off. He said, dude asked him, so you ain't going to pay me? So you ain't gonna pay me. Hell to the no, nigga. He pulled off. I pull off, turn around, pull off behind him. When I tell y'all, it took him forever to put the brakes and rotors on. Like, what the fuck is wrong with you? You know what I'm saying? What is wrong with you, right? Listen, let that be a lesson. You get what you pay for, and don't fuck around with Crackhead Charlies. You can't fuck around with the Crackhead Charlies. I don't care. They know what they talking about. A lot of times they know exactly what they talking about. They just can't implement it. They can't. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, y'all, let that be a cautionary tale. Don't fuck with, I don't care how long you know them, because at some point they're going to go back. They can have good days, they can have bad days, and I ain't got time to decipher if this is a good day for you. I don't have that kind of time, right? So anyway, y'all, I just want to tell y'all about our time in Crackhead Charlie's house, waiting for him to damn near almost get his head popped open, and he still ain't did shit, right? And his daughter walking around there like ready to go to kindergarten with her. First of all, why does she have on a pamper? You should know how to get on the toilet and pee. Anyway, y'all, I'm getting ready to go now and watch some ratchet shit on TV. I'm watching, let me tell you what I'm watching right now. I'm watching Jocelyn's Cabaret. season 2. I thought it was all the same one season. Girl, she got season 2. She said, fuck Mona Scott, fuck VH1, fuck Stevie J. I'm about to do me. And this shit is ratchet. So, y'all know that's what I like. I'm going to go watch it. Have a good day. Bye-bye.